Hey everyone, Lynn Cutsforth here. So I just wanted to follow up. I did a video the other day and talking about perceptions and how we can look at things sometimes just through our own lens of our life experiences, and that our responses may or may not be healthy or positive, and that it's so important that we just take a second and think about how we're responding and how if we're reacting and just, jumping into something and getting upset and getting offended or frustrated because of what we think something is, and that it might not even be that. And so I've just been really able to take a step back myself and start doing that more and more in my life. And it isn't perfect. I still have, especially with family, when you're that close to some of your people, you do tend to go to those normal responses, I guess, and how we react to each other. But the other thing that I wanted to share today that is so important is a little story that when my husband passed away in 2010, I had to continue with the business, and it was really hard. I had great help. It was all working and continuing, but there was so much grief surrounding his death because he died suddenly, and I was just beside myself with grief and emotion and everything. And so my brother-in-laws, my husband's brothers, were really instrumental in helping talk me through some things. And so one day I was on the phone with them and I was sharing, whatever it was at the time, and I was just upset and crying, of course. And my one brother-in-law said, Lynn, he said, I love you, right? I love you, like you're my sister now. And, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, oh boy, where's this going to go? And he goes, well, I'm going to tell you something that is just really important, but I want you to know, first of all, that I love you. And this is why I'm going to say it. And I'm like, okay. And he said, you have got to take the emotion out of the situation, because it doesn't matter how you're feeling. We have to take the facts of what's really going on, and we have to figure out how to respond to those facts and how to move forward. And it doesn't matter how you feel. And even though that sounds harsh, that is the reality. And so you need to put the emotion aside and stop saying, this isn't fair. And it wasn't fair. Life isn't fair. It wasn't fair that I was left a widow at 40, let's say I was 41 years old with 2 young kids. And a business that I didn't know how to run without help. And it just, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't fair, but it was what it was. And so that was the beginning of me looking at my life completely different. Not only just in that business, and in the death of my husband, but just in everything. Like, let's take the emotion out of this situation. Let's calm down, and then let's look at the facts. And then even going back to the first video when I was talking about perception, it's like, look at all the facts then. Like, especially politically, okay? So both sides of the coin have really good input. They have really good points. And I don't know if you can see my dog, but she's very distracting. I apologize. She's little, but she's mighty. Anyway, but it's just like we have to hear each other, and we have to stop reacting so negatively and stop, throwing stones and, throwing darts and just like piercing everybody, verbally and emotionally, and just killing them with our attitudes and our words. Like, that is not going to get us anywhere. And, I think as we get older, we can mellow a little bit because we've seen a lot of life. But I just keep thinking, man, I just want to keep improving on that. I just want to keep being better at how I respond to people. And I especially with my family, you think about how your family a lot of times should have the best of you, but they get the worst of you because we're so comfortable with each other. We respond quickly. We know each other so well. And sometimes it's just the same problem over and over, and it's easy to just get disturbed. And yet they are the ones who are usually there for us through everything. And so, I try to be mindful of how to treat my family the best. And sometimes I'm still like, oh, crud, I totally blew it again. But I just keep trying to go, okay, well, next time, let's start thinking about how we can do it differently and trying to change those habits. So my biggest thing today is just, you can choose your emotions, that they do not have to rule you, and that they are a choice. That is a phenomenal statement, in my opinion, is that you can choose your emotion. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be angry. I'm not addressing clinical depression. I understand, because I've actually been clinically depressed before. You don't just choose to be happy in that. So the utmost empathy and sympathy to people who are dealing with that. I'm just talking about in a daily, normal life, that instead of reacting really negatively in something, that you can respond in a healthy way, and just starting within your own world, your own circle of people. And that if everybody did that, how quickly we would diffuse so many problems and so many things. That is huge to me. And so I really, really didn't want to do videos. I really didn't. I like anonymity, but I keep feeling like I'm supposed to do this. I've been fighting it for probably about 3 years, and I'm finally just doing it. So I will share a lot about my life. There's not a lot of secrets in my life. As people that know me and are close to me, they know that I just share a lot, because I've learned a lot, and I've been so out of balance in the past, and I've been so emotional in the past, and the things that I've learned have been so helpful in creating really healthy relationships and great friendships and family structure, that that I feel that I'm someone who can share it, because I've been on both sides of it. I've seen the fruit that it bears when you take the high road and do the right thing. And it doesn't feel good all the time, not in the moment especially, but it's amazing how it can diffuse something negative, and to help build bridges and to bring other people together, and to create a safe place for people to start talking and sharing, and to get past those hurts that are in their lives, and how you can help people. So that's that today. I hope that blesses you guys, and yeah, stay tuned. I don't know what's coming next, but there'll be something, I'm sure. So have a great day. All right, come here. Come here. Hi. Oh my gosh, are we excited? Come on. Come on. Come up here. I just have to show you, this is my team of beings, and it's very distracting when you're filming some videos and then this one wants to go for a walk and this one wants to play catch. Never ending playing catch. Okay, go get it. Good times. Okay, just had to show you that little fun thing. Okay, can you say goodbye? Say bye. I'm going for a walk now. Should we go for a walk? Should we go for a walk? Okay, party time. See ya.